So as you know, a few months ago, Nintendo came out with their plans for, or they started kind of rolling out some of their plans for the online service that's coming up later this month, by the way. And they were saying things that were like, and there was one of the things they offered was backup cloud service or something like that. Something that a lot of other systems are doing for a long time. But once again, like the other systems, you have to have like the cloud service behind the paywall. At least I know it's like that for PS4. I don't know if Xbox is still doing that or not, but for the meantime, like those two have been the ones that are doing like, you know, you get cloud backup when you pay for the online service. So people have thought, oh, okay, that's cool. You know, it's nice that Nintendo's actually doing some cloud backup stuff like that, and things going on like that. And then, you know, everything was all good. Nintendo's offering cloud service for the backup until a few days ago when they decided to come out with a list of games that don't use the cloud service backup, and that's very confusing. It's like they like, I think like Splatoon 2 is one of the games that doesn't use the cloud backup service. Then there's what is it, like I think the new Pokemon games coming out, those Pokemon Go games aren't going to use the cloud backup service, which makes no sense to me that they're doing this, because unless I heard this wrong, but like that feels weird, because like you're supposed to be able to integrate Pokemon Go from your phone to the Nintendo Switch Pokemon game, the Pokemon Go games, and you're supposed to be able, you know, what you get there, you can transfer to there, and that sounds like something you would need a cloud service for. Now, I'm not exactly all that technologically inclined, so I could be wrong about this, but that seems like the very thing that you would use a cloud service for. Unless there's something I'm missing here. Like I said, if I'm wrong about that, then I'm wrong about that, but I'm just saying it feels to me that this would be a cloud type service thing. And now that Nintendo is coming up with their online a few days from now, I think it's like towards the mid part of this month that we're in, September, they've offered still no information whatsoever about how any of this is really going to work. We do know a few things, like you're going to get access to like old Nintendo games you can now play online. I don't know how that's going to work. Is it like online co-op? Do you upload your scores online? We don't know any of that. You know, now we don't know what games are going to use the cloud service. It's going to be Nintendo games. It's going to be third-party games. What is going on here? And I don't know. And like, unfortunately, because of the earthquake in Japan and the delay of the Direct, I'm not entirely sure they're even going to talk about that in that Direct. It didn't sound like it. They said they're going to focus on Switch and 3DS games, which 3DS really, I don't know. So unfortunately, because of the tragic events over in Japan with the earthquake, stuff like that, we're a little bit more delayed on information. But like I said, I'm not entirely sure that they were going to go ahead and talk about that, because it did not sound like it. You know, it didn't seem like there's any type of confirmation or anything that they were actually going to go ahead and talk about the online service in that direction. So I don't know. So I don't know if there's another Direct coming, because they've been like doing Directs like here and there now all of a sudden. There's like, they did an indie Direct, and they did a Direct for like a cell phone, their new cell phone game coming out, and there's supposed to be this Direct coming out, stuff like that. So they're kind of a little bit bombarding us with Directs for the last one, which got delayed unfortunately, and stuff like that. But you know, shit happens, you know, so it's not that big of a deal. You know, we can wait on that. I'm just hoping. It's just that it seemed like that day a lot of things came out that I'm pretty sure they're going to reveal during that Direct, but they had to go ahead and do it anyway, even though the Direct got delayed, which is fine. But here we are with no information whatsoever, other than like, you don't know what you're getting. We still don't know what we're getting with this online service. We don't know. There's no information whatsoever, other than more negative stuff, saying as how there's not going to be any cloud service for the game. I'm like y'all on crack over there or something? Who's in charge of this thing? Seriously, who is in charge of this division, of the online division over there? Because y'all need to coordinate with the rest of the world about how online works. Because the thing about my theory is, the thing about Nintendo's online is Nintendo is still very Japan centric. You know, when they think of all the stuff they're going to do for their systems and online and stuff like that, they have Japan in mind and kind of give the rest of the world an afterthought. That's kind of sad when they do that, because it's just like, especially since they're working around the world, they got companies in Europe and America, and there's a Nintendo Canada now, which that's a surprise. But anyway, it's like Nintendo's got stations all over the globe, and yet they don't seem to want to coordinate. They don't seem to want to coordinate with the rest of the world out there. It's just like, and they're a world-renowned company. Everybody around the world knows who they are, basically, at this point. You know, they're not like they're not like a little independent Japanese company operating out of Japan, and some people out here know about it. It's an entire world thing, okay? They're having Mario be an ambassador for the freaking Olympics in like what 2020. Like Olympics, okay? That's another worldwide thing. So they're sitting there, they're getting their name out there, but they're still acting like they only work inside Japan. So I don't know what's going on there. Like the people in Japan who are working online need to coordinate with people with America and Europe and all the other places in the world they have Nintendo, and them online and be like, what's going on and stuff like that. And they're getting backlash over this, and I don't blame it. I don't blame anybody for getting mad about it. I'm getting mad. I'm making a video about this. I'm usually quiet about things like this. I don't feel like there's a need to make a lot of videos anymore about certain things, but this particular topic right here, I'm thinking that I think a lot of fans need to come out and get with Nintendo and be like, Nintendo, what are you doing? What is the point of this? You gave us some reasons as to what the online service is going to entail, but at the same time have not really sold anybody on it. You know, other than, well, you'll have to do it to play these games online. And I'm thinking like, there's only like one real game I play online right now, and that's Mario Kart. And well, if I can't play Mario Kart online, you know, I'll live, you know, it's not going to be that big of a big deal for me. And as far as Smash Brothers goes, hey, if I feel like playing Smash Brothers online, then at the time, maybe I'll go ahead and shell out the $20 for the year and stuff like that. In the meantime, I'm like on the fence of this thing. At first I was kind of like, when it came out, I'm thinking like, I guess I'll put the $20. I'm thinking like, do I really want to do that though? I mean, this is like a really, it's less than bare bones. This is like boneless online. That's exactly what this is. This is like, you know, you got boneless chicken wings, you got boneless online. There's not even bones in there. We don't know what we're getting with this thing, and there's no information whatsoever. So, I don't know what to tell you, but other than this, is like, what's the point of saying, yay, cloud saves, and then be like, except for this, and everything we have.